Australian authorities were alerted to the disappearance of Melbourne man Oscar Jenkins weeks before a hostage video emerged of the soldier being interrogated by Russian forces in eastern Ukraine. The ABC has learnt that the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade was first made aware of concerns for the welfare of the 32-year-old in November, with those close to the former teacher not knowing his whereabouts for months. Our Defence correspondent Andrew Green joins us now from Parliament House in Canberra. Andrew, what can you tell us about the fate of Oscar Jenkins?
Gemma, in short, very little, and that's because Australian authorities too do not know the current location or condition of Oscar Jenkins, who has in recent days been paraded by the Russian military in front of a camera after being taken hostage somewhere in eastern Ukraine. We know that this 32-year-old had spent some time overseas. Exactly when he came to be in Ukraine is unclear, but certainly people close to him believe he's been missing for several months, or certainly not in contact since around August. And the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, we're told, was only alerted to apparent concerns about his whereabouts last month. And the Australian government is now working overtime to try to find out more about his situation. We know that he has been taken by the Russian military and he has been shown in that video being hit and under duress. But apart from that, there's very little detail. The ABC has also spoken to a former comrade of his on the battlefield, an American soldier who declined to give his full identity, but did say that Oscar Jenkins was, in his words, a fine soldier and someone wanting to help protect the people of Ukraine.
Andrew, have Russian authorities had anything to say?
At this stage, no, they haven't either. There has been, of course, calls from an Australian-Russian man being held up in the Russian consulate in Sydney. He goes by the online moniker of Aussie Cossack, Simon Boyakov, but he is asking for a prisoner transfer to involve himself and Oscar Jenkins. So far, there's been no response to that call from either the Australian or Russian government. But late yesterday, the Russian ambassador was hauled into the Department of Foreign Affairs to be asked about this case. Let's hear a bit of the exchange with him on his way in and out of that meeting. Mr. Ambassador, can you tell us what Oscar Jenkins' condition is?
No comments.
Is Russia keeping him hostage? Will you be considering a prisoner?
No comments.
What will you say to Australia? Mr. Ambassador, what have you told the Australian government?
No comments. Thank you, mate.
Will Russia show mercy to Oscar Jenkins? What is your message to his family? Russian Ambassador Alexei Pavlovsky saying very little yesterday about this very sensitive case. We know that that meeting inside DFAT lasted for half an hour, and Australian officials in Moscow are also making inquiries, but at this stage there is no word about the fate of Oscar Jenkins.